I'm just gonna be holding my phone because I didn't feel like setting up the tripod. Let's get it out of the way. Let's get the elephant out of the room. I guess I'll have to get out of the car then, because I'm an elephant, because I'm so fat. Yeah, so I got a cold sore. I mentioned it in the last video, but it has progressed to the point of it's gone radioactive at this point. I mean, I could just say that I got like in a fight, somebody sucked me in the mouth or something, got in a squabble, but I'll own it. I'll own my STD. I don't know, I've had these since I was very little. Or I used to get to the point when I was little where I'd have like 2 or 3 at a time, and I was so embarrassed by them, I would just smile with my mouth like closed, right out. So any picture, I'll see if I can find one, I'll throw it up on the screen of when I was little. Would just be me with my mouth closed in any picture where I was supposed to be smiling. Pretty funny stuff. Or I guess not that funny, kind of low-key traumatic, deep-rooted insecurity, but we love those. We love those around here. We're all about owning them, owning up to them, and healing from them, learning from them. I'm in a little bit of a interesting headspace over the last couple days. I've tried to film the last 2 days, but then like yesterday I tried to film and it was a whole thing where like I was on my way to the gym and then my phone was like, I forgot to charge it, and I was planning on charging it, but then I realized I didn't bring the right charging cord because I have the new iPhone, which uses USB-C and not lightning cable. So then I was like, well, damn, I can't charge my phone. And then I discovered that the charging port in my car doesn't even work anymore. It doesn't even, like, no power comes out of it. So then I was like, wow, how long has that been a thing? Like, have I not noticed that my phone just doesn't charge in the car? That's kind of crazy. So yeah, I didn't get a film yesterday, and I don't know. And then I've been like, allergies have been super crazy. I've been waking up not being able to breathe because of the amount of congestion. I'm just like, ugh. It's been brutal, man. Life is so hard. And it's so warm now. It's like 80 degrees, which I don't know where you live. For some of you, that might sound amazing, where it's like snowing. I had someone send me a picture, and they live in Denver. They sent me a picture the other day, and it was just completely snowed in everywhere, and I was like, huh. Couldn't be here. Diet's going good. We have been getting in the groove of logging everything on MyFitnessPal, you know, weighing everything out, getting in the routine of it, starting to become second nature again. The first like 2 weeks or so are always super tedious because you always forget, like, oh, I gotta weigh it out, god damn it, and then you forget to weigh it out, and you're like, well, how much was it? You're trying to like eyeball it from memory. You're like, well, it was about like this much, which is probably about 3 ounces, I don't know. And you're like, that was probably 50 grams of cereal, I don't know. And then you end up, you know, either, for the most part, my problem is I overestimate my calories or I underestimate. Actually, I do both. I don't really have I'm not biased towards anyone. Yo, on the last video, I recognize, you know, these videos only get like 70 views, which is fine by me because they probably don't deserve 1 view, considering they're not very time consuming to create. But, you know, there was a comment on it, and this guy, he must have never watched me before because he obviously doesn't get he's not on board with the silly goose mentality, it appears. But he commented like, first of all, he hated the title of the video. He hated it. He was like, watch me do legs and then eat food. That is the dumbest title I've ever heard. Which, it's not really that dumb of a title. It's a pretty on-the-nose title description of what I did in the video. But then he commented, this guy's English sucks. Which I think is so funny because it's like, does my English suck? I've never heard that one before. So I just to like try to, you know, be a little smartass, I replied to it. I don't even know if he saw it or said anything to it. I commented, English is not my first language. Which it is. It's the only language that I know. But it's just funny to think like, oh, imagine how bad he would feel if I was just like, just learning English. I don't know. I really gotta stop saying that. I gotta stop filling silence with saying I don't know. It's one of my red flags. I low-key kind of like just holding the camera here. I have a lot more control, and it's not as annoying to set up the fucking tripod and the tripod keeps falling and stuff. Although the tripod is kind of funny because it's like part of the meme of like when it falls over and shit. Yeah, you ever had a poke bowl? Never had a poke bowl. Isn't it like raw fish and shit? Sounds kind of nasty, low-key. Anything else? Well, yeah, there's a lot of things actually, probably, because I got some stuff to reverberate. That's not the right word. Reiterate? Yeah, I got some things to re-record today because in the last video, half of my recordings all got messed up because my microphone wasn't plugged in all the way, and so it just wasn't recording. It was all muted, all the audio. So I'm gonna have to re-record some of the funny clips I filmed last time. Duck, we named the duck. Duck's name is Geronimo Razorwind. Final name, no objections please. Instagram's going dummy viral. We got 2 videos with like 40K views, and boy does that feel good. Boy do I love attention. If there was an attention flavored donut, I'd be Homer Simpson to that thing. Yes, I would. Okay, can someone be real with me? Who is still going to fast food places? Like, who are these people going to fast food places? I mean, I can't picture people like me that are super invested in what they eat and the gym and fitness and wellness and healthy stuff. Like, they're not going to those fast food places at 1 p.m. on a Friday. But obviously they're still in business, so someone's keeping them in business. But it's like, I guess I'm not friends with any of those people because I don't know anyone that's going to those places. But then again, I say that, and then you go to like a Walmart or something at 9 p.m. on a Tuesday night, and the people you see there at that time, those are the people going to Jack in the Box at during their lunch break on a Friday afternoon. And those kind of people are terrifying to me. They really are. You're like, wow, your shopping cart is 12-pack of Coke and ranch dressing. That's it? That's all you're getting today? Okay. Yeah, more power to you. I'm thinking about instead of doing my little talks on the drive to the gym like I'm doing right now, if I did my little talks on the Stairmaster while I'm already at the gym. That does bring in the component of being around other people, which might give me a little bit of a filter on what I say. But then again, everyone usually has headphones in anyway, so they can't hear you. So that's kind of something I like to tell myself. They can't hear you anyway because they're listening to their Justin Timberlake or whatever the hell. But yeah, I don't know. That might be something I might try. The only problem is the new cardio room at my gym is like super dark, so the lighting might be kind of fucked, but we'll figure it out. I want to learn the guitar, dude. So I went to a place where they had live music the other day, and this band came on at like midnight. We were there late. This band came on at like midnight, and this guy that was playing the guitar and kind of the lead vocalist of this band, he was absolutely shredding. I might include maybe a little video that I took of him. But anyway, I took a video of him, and then towards the end of his set, he said something about, it was super loud in there, I couldn't even hear exactly what he said, because I didn't even catch his name. But I do remember him saying something about like how he was going to be on The Voice, like the show. He was like, yeah, I'm going to be on The Voice on Monday at 8 p.m. And this was last weekend, so the episode hadn't aired yet. And I was like, wait, really? So, unfortunately, I forgot to actually watch the episode, but then I looked up The Voice clips later in the week to see if like maybe his audition was posted, and it was. I found it on Instagram, reposted by him, by the guy. So I found his name by doing that. His name is AJ Harvey, and oh my god, he got picked by Dan and Shay, or I guess he chose to be on the Dan and Shay team, but he was just absolutely tearing it up. Love that guy. He got himself a follower from me. But all that comes down to say, made me want to learn a guitar. Made me want to learn guitar. Because you know what they say, or not they, I mean, I don't know if people are actively saying this, but I heard a little saying one time, a little quip. I think it was from a stand-up comedian. Went something along the lines of, I don't know why all these nice guys think that just being simply a nice and good guy is all that is required to get a woman. Like, it's not that simple. People complain about, oh my god, like, I don't understand, like, I have a good job, I have good house, I mean, I don't do drugs, I don't sleep around, I love my mom, like, I'm a well-rounded, all-around kind of guy. And yet, I just can't get these women to, pay attention to me. And you know, then someone will reply to him and will go, well, guess what? You could be all of those things, but then there's still a guy out there that is also all of those things, but he can also play guitar. And that really hit home for me, because I can't play guitar. I can play Guitar Hero. All right, we're at the gym. Three, two. Oh. That's definitely the sweatiest 20 minutes of a Stairmaster I've ever had. Oh. Listening to Justin Timberlake album. Came out today. Alright, let's go get some chest and back. Okay, so I figured out why last time the audio stopped working. Apparently, the lav mic portion of it, the part that you plug into this and then you can like wire it up for your shirt and stuff. Yeah, so I guess this just stopped working, so now I can only use it with the white box, which I don't like that much because I feel it's like I don't like clipping. Like, this looks stupid, I think, but I guess it's all I got now because this doesn't want to, like, when I plug it in, it automatically just mutes the whole microphone, so very upset about that. These are 95s. This might be a little too much for me right now, but we're gonna give it a go. Just kidding, we got 11. Still got like a nasty pimple on my upper back that is in the worst possible spot because every time I lay down or put a barbell on my back, it just like putting pressure right on it, and it just the worst pain of all time. Some bozo doesn't know how to put up their weights properly. Do you know that humans taste like pork? Don't ask me how I know that. And now for our next segment, things DJ Khaled would say, but hasn't said yet. An example, bungalow. Call me ceiling fan. It's raining right now. It's like crazy thunderstorms, actually. I think I'll just like, I mean, you won't even see it because I'm gonna just like cut directly to whatever I do next, but I'm gonna, I guess since it's raining, I don't know, I'll just stick around for a second and try to film some dumb Instagram videos. My new passion. When I die, put my money in the grave. It's actually not even raining like at all. Overreacted. Baby, fire me up! I hope you can't hear the rain, otherwise this might be a waste of recording. But, dude, I'm in a kind of a freaking silly, goofy mood right now, and I'm thinking, drum roll please. I'm thinking we do a freaking gosh darn protein bar review. Huh? How long has it been since I did one of those? Like, as part of the Cannon Parker universe. So I'm gonna go do that, which requires me to stop somewhere and get one because I don't have one on me. It is raining though, so I think I'll stop at I was gonna go to HEB, the grocery store, but I don't want to do that long of a walk in the rain, so I guess I'll just stop at a gas station where I don't have that long of a car to door distance. Know what I mean? These are the things I think about. Something else I think about a lot, if you were the size of an ant, right? A mile scaled down to ant size is about 11.5 feet. So if you were a human the size of an ant, you would only have to go 11.5 feet for that distance to feel like a mile relative to you at human size, which kind of puts ants into perspective, huh? Ants, boy do I love them. Okay, it's starting to rain. I'm worried this is gonna mess up the audio, so I'm gonna stop recording and I'll see you with a protein bar in my hand. Bada bing, bada boom, transition. Boom. Or snap transition? Snap transition. Thank you very much. Is you know how when it seems like wherever you go, there's always like competing brands right next to each other or competing companies, like in shopping centers or like around there. So like the thing that made me think of this is I passed by a Napa Auto Parts, which is just an auto parts store, and then directly across the street was an O'Reilly Auto Parts store, which don't even get me started on O'Reilly Auto Parts, huh? Greatest jingle of all time right there. Like, why would a company think it's a good idea to place one of their like stores directly next to their competitor, right? Like then that just creates, then that doesn't really make sense. It's like, why would you have two of the same thing in one location? But then I remembered something I heard one time was when it comes to vending machines, like you might think like, why would there be a Coke vending machine directly next to a Pepsi vending machine? Like, that seems like it would just be like splitting the customer base unnecessarily. The point of that is basically, if they see a Coke vending machine directly next to the Pepsi vending machine, like there's two vending machines there, the question they're going to ask themselves is not, do I need a Pepsi or do I need a soda right now? The question they're going to ask is, do I want a Coke? Do I need a Pepsi? Like, would I get a Pepsi or would I get a Coke? You see what I'm getting at? Like, it's not necessarily about, should I get something from the vending machine? It's, which of these two should I choose? It's kind of steering them in the direction of getting something. And I would imagine that was a really long-winded way of explaining that. That's pretty good. I completely forgot about the whole protein bar review aspect of this. RX bar chocolate chip flavor, pretty good. I really like these because, you know, better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's, that kind of thing. I mean, it's just, it's like 4 ingredients in the whole thing, and it doesn't give me a stomach ache or anything like that. The flavor itself isn't very, you know, impactful, but it's a pleasant experience. Definitely tastes healthy. But to get back to my point about the whole vending machine thing, that kind of applies to most things. Like, if you look at any kind of store, somewhere in that vicinity of that store is going to be a competitor's version of that store. Whether it's McDonald's, you know, there's going to be a Jack in the Box, a Wendy's, a Burger King somewhere nearby. Even with like grocery stores, like there's an H-E-B, which is a Texas kind of based grocery store, and directly across the road there's a Kroger, which is another just kind of American grocery store in the South. So I mean, when people drive by, they're not thinking, do I need to get groceries? They're thinking, should I go to Kroger or H-E-B? The illusion of choice. I don't know. Next protein bar, I got 2 because I was feeling like a bad boy. I got the Pure Protein Chocolate Peanut Butter. I've reviewed this before. It's honestly not that good. It tastes kind of funky to me. Kind of stinks, honestly, but not good macros. So maybe I take it back. It's better than I remember, actually. Anywho, that's the end of this one, I think. I'll catch you in the next one.